Metrolinx is the company that has a contract to do the railway extension leading from downtown to the airport, I believe. So there's construction right now on Denison Avenue, and they're building a bridge slash underpass that will connect downtown core to the airport. So trains will go over that and the cars will go under that, and it'll be a pretty busy pedestrian walk-through. We've been asked to decorate either side of the bridge. There's going to be these panels that we're working on in there, and the panels are going to have illustrations of the western area throughout the ages. So on the north side of the bridge, there'll be some more vintage, painterly type of panels. On the south side of the bridge, there's going to be more of a contemporary looking set of panels. Each panel is framed with an image of a camera silhouette, and that sort of harkens back to the fact that there was a Kodak company up here for the longest time, and we wanted to sort of remark on the fact that everyone's got a camera these days. They're sort of everywhere, so this is sort of a nod to that, and it also pays homage to a great part of the old industry that was active in this area. I think it's important for a lot of young people to get involved in the arts, especially mural programs. Number one, it keeps them busy in the summer. I know that when I was their age, there weren't a lot of these programs around, and it's a fantastic way to make a living in the summer, to earn some money. And I think everybody has this sort of like instinct to want to draw. You give somebody a piece of chalk, they're going to do something, no matter how old or young they are. We get sent youth that have the drive, but never had that sort of like person to say, yeah, you can do this here, and here's how. So that's where we come in. One way in which working on the mural would help them in other avenues of life is that it really helps you focus in on what it is that you're doing at that very moment. At the same time that we're part of a large group, we're also doing these singular pieces, different sections within a larger piece, and that's kind of a metaphor for being out there, where you have to work with people and go off and create something and maybe come back and sort of share it with the rest of the group. And so I think it's a good way for them to build like the confidence around approaching people and asking them for their opinion and being able to receive constructive criticism. I have a lot of sort of half realized paintings, but I eventually get to them. And I think that if you recognize an idea of inspiration when you get it, and then perhaps you attack it immediately, and then you realize that you can only take it so far the first time, but you don't abandon it completely. You can always go back to it. I think a good artist will recognize when to put something down and when to pick something up again, when they might recognize that they weren't able to complete it because they were lacking a certain skill at whatever moment that caused them to put it down. All of a sudden they have that, and they're like, oh, and now I can apply this to that. So I think a good artist sort of follows through. When I was a young boy, I distinctly recall my mom saying to my dad, this guy's going to be a painter. Because I was always drawing. I said they never discouraged that. So that's good in the home. And then in school, it's not a bad idea for schools to invest a bit more in that aspect of education. I know that my ex-high school is now an art school. I would have killed for that before, but it is now. So I think the word's getting out that the best way to keep youth occupied and interested is either through music or visual art or something like that. Because otherwise, everything is just so dull. People would rather be dancing or painting or, freaking out somehow visually. I am creating a piece for the ages, and it's going to be something that will take you through the ages and hopefully last quite into the future.